Picture yourself as the most powerful person in the world, with millions under your command and the freedom to do whatever you want. But there's a catch: constant threats, wars, diseases, and betrayals. How would you handle a life like that? This was the reality for Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who lived almost 2,000 years ago. He was also a follower of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy teaching us how to live well in any situation. Stoicism helps us focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. In this video, we'll explore applying Stoicism in everyday life and how it can make us happier and more resilient. For Stoics, what's the most important thing in life? Money, fame, power, or happiness? For them, the answer was simple: it was virtue. Virtue meant living according to reason and nature, doing what is right and good. But how do you achieve virtue in a world full of distractions, temptations, and problems? Stoics had a core principle guiding them: focus on your own actions and thoughts rather than worrying about what others do or what happens around you. This principle might seem simple, but it's not easy to follow. It requires constant self-awareness, self-discipline, and self-development. It also demands courage, wisdom, justice, and moderation. These are the four cardinal virtues of Stoicism and help us act rationally and morally in any situation. One of the most famous Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, could have easily been overwhelmed by his responsibilities and problems, or corrupted by power and wealth, but he didn't allow that to happen. He practiced Stoicism every day by writing in his journal, meditating on its principles, and applying them in his actions. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He also wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." He understood that he couldn't control everything around him, but he could control how he reacted to it. He focused on what he could do, not on what he couldn't. He concentrated on what was within his reach, not what was beyond it. What can you control? How do you know what you can and can't control? Stoicism gives us a simple rule: you can control your own reactions and attitudes, but you can't control other people's actions or natural events. For instance, you can't control the weather, but you can control how you dress for it. You can't control what someone says to you, but you can control how you respond. Why is this distinction important? Because it frees you from wasting energy and emotions on things beyond your reach. Instead of getting angry, frustrated, or anxious about things you can't change, you can focus on improving yourself and your choices. This leads to a calm mind and a happier life. How to start your day? Checking your phone, watching the news, or rushing to get ready might make you anxious and distracted. Instead, try this: before anything else, take a moment to reflect on what you want to achieve and how you'll react to challenges. This will help set your intentions and prepare your mind for the day. Stoics also practiced mindfulness. Being mindful means paying attention to what you're doing and why you're doing it. It also means being aware of your emotions and thoughts without letting them control you. Throughout the day, try to remain present and attentive to your actions, ensuring they align with your values. For example, if you value honesty, don't lie or cheat. By being mindful, you'll avoid regrets and guilt, and you'll feel more content with yourself. Marcus Aurelius was a great emperor who faced many challenges like wars, plagues, and betrayals from his own family. But he never gave up or lost his cool. He followed the Stoic way of thinking, focusing on his own actions and accepting what he couldn't control. You can learn from Marcus and become more resilient too. Stoicism teaches us to see things as they are, not as we wish them to be. It helps deal with stress, anger, and fear, showing how to live in harmony with oneself and others. How to practice Stoicism every day? One of the best ways is to reflect on your day every night before sleeping. Ask yourself these questions: what did I do well today? What did I do wrong? How can I improve tomorrow? This will help identify your strengths and weaknesses and create a plan to grow as a person. Stoicism isn't a quick fix, it's a lifelong journey. Don't expect to master it in a day or even a year. You must practice it every day, in every situation. Remember what Marcus Aurelius said: the art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. You have to be ready to face challenges and overcome them with courage and wisdom. So, you've picked up a lot about Stoicism and how it can really help you center yourself and tackle challenges. But how do you bring that into your day-to-day life? Let's run through the key points and see how to put them into practice every day. Remember, Stoicism boils down to the idea that you can only control your own thoughts, actions, and reactions. Everything else is out of your hands and not worth stressing over. That can set you free from anxiety, anger, and frustration. Practice self-focus by paying attention to your inner state and aligning it with reason and virtue. Don't let external events or others' opinions disturb your inner peace. Instead, focus on what you can do to improve yourself and contribute to the common good. Build resilience by facing difficulties with courage and wisdom. Take a leaf out of Marcus Aurelius's book. He dealt with tons of challenges as an emperor but never lost his cool or dignity. He used his diary to reflect on his challenges and remind himself of Stoic principles. Lastly, engage in reflective exercises to review your day and assess your progress every night. Ask yourself what went well, what went wrong, and how you can do better the next day. It'll help your personal growth and Stoic development. By following these steps, you can make Stoicism a way of life and enjoy its benefits, just like Marcus Aurelius. With a bit of daily practice, you'll learn to focus on yourself and live a life filled with peace and resilience. Fellow Stoics, we're on to something new and exciting. The topic of our next Stoicism video will be chosen by you. Drop a comment below with a topic or question about Stoicism you'd like us to cover. Like the suggestions you find interesting. The comment with the most likes will be the focus of our next video. This is your chance to steer our Stoicism journey. Can't wait to see your suggestions and delve deeper into the theme you choose. Now that you've learned a few Stoic principles and how to practice them daily, it's time to challenge yourself. Don't just watch and forget. Put it into action every day. Try focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. See how it changes your mood, relationships, and life. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. You have the wisdom of the Stoics to guide you and the example of Marcus Aurelius to inspire you. As he said in his Meditations, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Until next time, I hope you find strength in these words and within yourself. Drop a like to help us reach more people seeking ancient wisdom. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell for more lessons on ancient wisdom. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, the key to a good life is focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't.